All right, first off, just how difficult is it to deal with that big fella, over on their side and just everything he does on the court?
He's a two-time MVP for a reason. It was tough. Obviously, like the range of shots that he has in his bag is ridiculous. But when you can't hold your ground, guarding a post up, it makes it really tough to guard a guy like that. So, hats off to him. He did what he does.
And just it feels like throughout this loser streak has been consistent where you guys start off fast, get a good lead, and then the offense kind of sputters, and then you kind of lose control from there. Just what did you just see tonight from the offense in that second and third quarter where you guys lost the lead?
I think it was the third quarter, mainly. We went into halftime at the number one seed in the West, fully healthy's home court, up. We did our job in the first half. The start of that third quarter, we just let go of the rope a little bit, and in this league, you can't. So I'm not necessarily sure how to remedy that, but it seems to be that's something that we need to put an area of emphasis on, is coming out of half strong.
Not just coming out of half, but it seems like at least in the last month, there's been games of 40 great minutes, 44 great minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get back to 48 good minutes of basketball?
Focus. From all 10 guys that play, 11, however many, 10, 11 guys that play, everybody's got to be focused, and it's got to be a full focus. Like I said, we were 40 minutes of tonight's game. We won that game. And then 8 minutes got blown out. I think I looked up at the start of the third quarter and we were down 11-2 right off the bat. And in this league, you let a team get feeling good, get feeling hot, right, especially on their home court right out of halftime. It's now their whole offense opens up. So it's if I had the answer, it would be a whole lot easier. But that's just one of those things where we all got to collectively put our heads together and really make that a point of emphasis, is to focus for 48.
Brandon has obviously, he's coming off of missing 2 months of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like tonight in a Washington game, there's some really good first quarters and things kind of start to slow down for him. How can you guys help him get going outside of the first and maybe late in the fourth?
I thought Brandon. I didn't see anything necessarily wrong with him these past few games. He's obviously, shots gonna fall. Like, dude's an all-star. He's been out for 2 months. It's gonna take, shots can be a little bit rusty, but 9 assists. He's leading us in that category, and it's one of those things. It's a lead by example thing, right? Like, there have been games in the past. I think it was maybe Washington. I don't know. One of these past 3-4 games, we had the least amount of passes we had in an entire game all season. Can't win that way, right? So Brandon comes out tonight and is trying to move the ball, share the ball, and it's a lead by example type deal. So if you see our lead man getting off it, making the right plays, shoot, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Larry Nance, Jose Alvarado, you better do the same. And so we're rocking with B, and I actually appreciate his approach to the game, because our offense did look really good, and his shot's going to come around just like we said, but guys stepped up, and it's just that 8-minute lapse.
Now we just got your 2 steals on the walkover.
Yeah.
Herb, just the night that he had all around, what did you see from him?
That's Herb Jones in a nutshell. It's tough. It's tough when you've got a lot of people in your ear telling you a lot of different things. It's tough, but they didn't make it to the NBA and get the best contract in second round history, right? This man he's a proven winner, and he just continues to make winning plays time and time again. So, look, we love Herb. Good game, bad game, great shooting, poor shooting, good defense. There's never bad defense, but that's Herb Jones.
Do you think he needed this?
I do.
A game like tonight?
I do, and for him, I don't know how much that means, because I don't know how much the outside noise gets to him, because he he's Herb, you know. So, but it's one of those things that Herb was a monster tonight, and we just appreciate him in every aspect of the game.
Now, 9 straight losses for you guys. Certainly didn't expect to be here after the way you started the season. What's the conversation amongst the team just about addressing this, getting it back on track, just trying to figure this thing out?
No one feels sorry for us. That's the reality of it, right? Like, no Z, no B for extended period of time. Threw off our rhythm a little bit, and now it's hard to pick back up. We have, after being first in the West, we got a target in our back, and teams are ready to play us, and this schedule's been pretty unforgiving. So, we got to throw the first punch. Like, I thought we did really good. To start the game today. Second quarter, solid. A little dip at the end of the second, and then carried over from halftime to the third. But again, like, I don't want to say we're getting there. There's no moral victories in the NBA, but having B back helps a lot. And it's coming. It's coming. We're not gonna be down too much longer.
And Coach has mentioned a few times how he felt like, at certain points during the losing streak, it felt like you guys just kind of lost your identity. You mentioned the Washington game where you had the least passes you had all season. What do you kind of do to kind of get back to, okay, this is who we are, this is how we need to play? How do you kind of find that as you're trying to get pieces back together, guys finding their rhythm, all that kind of stuff?
I think it starts a little bit with what B did tonight. What Brandon did tonight. Come out, share the ball, move the ball. And like I said, in the first half, we kind of looked like the Pelicans, right? We looked like that team, that gritty, scrappy, fighting team that everybody fell in love with. That's what we looked like again, and then it dipped. But that's where it starts, is leading by example. Brandon, CJ, obviously, Jonas, myself, the older guys on the team can bring us along, but it's got to be a concerted effort from the whole group of, hey, I've got a shot, but there's a good to great. I've got a good shot, there's a great one. There's that man's taking, it's a long closeout. I don't want to get there. Maybe I could just stay for the rebound. No. Run, sprint, close out, and the rest of us got your back. So it'll be it's just an effort from the whole team, and I think I appreciate what Brandon did tonight.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
No doubt.